Okay, so see, Laura, the other day, I'm walking down the street. I walk past this park. And you know, there's the old folk doing the Tai Chi.
Yeah.
And there's people exercising, hitting their arms. And then there's this young girl, and she's spinning a large spool in the middle of a rope, just like it says in the first sentence of our article. And I was very just confused. What's happening here? Well, first, let's explain this sentence. A large spool is a very big thing that you can use to wrap like rope or thread, something like that on. A spool usually has a round shape where the ends are wider than the middle. So whatever you put on stays inside.
Right.
And it's this large spool that she's spinning in the middle of a rope. Rope is our first word power word. It's a long, usually big, thick, and strong kind of string that we use for, you know, pulling things up, tying things together. It's one of the most useful tools we have.
没有错。首先呢，第一句呢，我们就看到这个跟 Bill 老师今天在这个公园看到的情景很类似哦。他看到一个年轻的女生，她在做什么呢？她在扯动这个绳子，另一个这个线轴转动。我们首先呢，不管她在干什么呢，我们先来认识一下第一个 word power 啦，就是 rope， 也就是绳子的意思，它是个名词哦。它其实提到的这个绳子，很多游戏呢都可能需要用到这个绳子，像是这个跳绳的英文就是 jump rope， 还有这个拔河，我们先来学一下拔河的英文就是 tug of war。Now it's a game where two teams of people pull a rope in opposite directions。OK， 这个呢就是这个绳子在游戏当中都可以出现到。那今天的课也是讲到一个很特别的玩具哦。那我们首先先来看看 an example sentence for rope.
Okay, well, you might hear somebody say, the kids used an old tire and rope to make a swing. The kids used an old tire and rope to make a swing.
很聪明哦，就是孩子们他是用这个很旧的轮胎啊，以及这个绳子来做这个荡秋千。
Now, of course, I used to do a lot of rock climbing. We'd use ropes all the time then. You see people use rope to help them pull things up into the air. It's a very useful kind of tool. But here it's a toy. The girl is using the rope to spin this spool, and then she throws it into the air. She turns around, and then she catches it. So she's like, spin, spin, and she throws, and then, and she catches it. Now, to those unfamiliar with such a sight, it is called Diabolo. If you say such a sight, to those unfamiliar with such a sight, here the such means this kind of thing. This kind of thing you're seeing. What is it? Well, if you're unfamiliar with it, it's a Diabolo.
所以呢，接着我们看到啊，在课文当中，他形容这个女生怎么玩这个玩具哦。他说他把这个线轴抛在这个空中转了一圈，然后再把它接住。如果大家听到这里，应该已经猜到是什么东西，对不对？听起来是不是很像扯铃？那扯铃的英文呢，我们来学一下，就是 Diabolo。那我们首先呢，先来看看呢，刚刚我们提到的 such a sight 这样子的用法呢，就是我们今天的 grammar hint。such 有这么的或是如此这样子的意思哦，有这个强调的语气哦。那后面呢可以接可数或是不可数名词。那另外一种用法呢，我们还可以接这个形容词以及名词，比如说 she is such a nice person， 她是这么好的一个人哦。另外呢，刚刚有提到说 such 后面可以接不可数名词，对不对？
The party was great. I had such fun.
舞会真棒，我玩得好开心。fun 是不可数名词哦。如果想知道更多 such 的用法，我们来请教我们的 Teacher Ted。